Damn. Damn. Happy now. Now it's a vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. The only moment right now. And speaking of being now, I want to share some crystals that are, two crystals that are a great combination for being in the moment. So this crystal combination, I caught the download where, if you're looking for that vibe of like wanting to trust your intuition without all that second guessing, being able to pick up on the intuitive vibes without and matter of fact, and even better, where if the logic does come into play, it is beneficial, it's not combatant. So like where you have the intuitive vibes, and like when the logic comes into play, like sometimes the logic comes into play to combat and be against the intuition, but this will promote for the logic to kind of fall in line with the intuition more. But the crystals I'm talking about, which one, it's almost not necessarily a crystal in essence, but petrified wood. No matter of fact, in this petrified wood, matter of fact, one is petrified wood and the other is Sodalite. But petrified wood, and you can see like how I got these little circles and stuff like this. That's a palm tree, so you be able to tell the palm tree has like these little holes in it. And if you ever saw the bottom of a palm tree and it looked like a bunch of little worms growing out, like that's what this is. So if you ever come across some petrified wood that look like it has little holes in it, or like some little worms just passing through it or something like that, that's a palm tree. And I did a video a while back on a palm tree wood, just in general, not like it being a petrified wood stone in essence, but just how like you want to deal with the palm tree. So of course petrified wood has a general vibration in essence, but just like with anything, this is a different tree. So even though it is petrified wood in the general statement of it, is a particular petrified wood. It's a palm tree. In a palm tree, when you think about palm trees and you see the hurricanes, hurricane winds coming through, and like those palm trees be almost leaning, touching the ground almost, but don't break, like, and that's what the energy. So again, you see how a crystal is made, or the essence of the energy of where the crystal comes from goes into the energy that it gives off. So because of that, that bend but don't break energy of the palm tree, that energy is transferred to the person dealing with the palm tree, in essence, on a metaphysical level, because that's what the palm tree does. Is strong. So that energy of being strong and resilient and being able to bend but don't break, the palm tree petrified wood is going to help with that. So to have that resilience, to be able to go through things and still stay strong without being discouraged, basically kind of in essence keeping that optimism even through strenuous times. Palm tree petrified wood definitely is a good crystal, in which I'm just share a few little characteristics of each, because also too with the Sodalite, on the flip side with Sodalite, you think about the throat chakra. In the throat chakra, of course, not all of the chakras in essence are etheric. Like if you cut a human being open, you're not gonna see their root chakra, like physically see like, all right, that's the root chakra and that's the sacral chakra, and you know what I'm saying? It's not a physical thing on that level. It's more of an energetic zone. You could almost say like how different dimensions exist within this earthly plane. So if the cells in your body were like conscious and sentient,
on a level like we are, which in essence they are, but let's just say like they will see the chakras as like a different dimension within that, within their realm, you know what I'm saying? So when you get to the heart chakra, that's kind of like the beginning of getting to that, that etheric realm, you know what I'm saying? Getting to that chakra that deals mostly with the, those unseen vibrations. But like when you step into the throat chakra, then that really steps into that level of dealing with, throat chakra, communicating with the spirit guides, high self, ancestors. So you communicating with those etheric realms. And when you're in communication with your higher self in those etheric realms, you're able to be more present in your being. Like the whole thing with meditation is clearing your mind from those egoic thoughts and clearing it out from it being, like always overly overwhelming, coming through all the time. You're clearing out your thoughts so you could be able to tap into the ancestors and, tap into the higher self. And when you tapped into the higher self and the ancestors and, spirit guides, you're able to be more present and be in the now, because you're not all in your thoughts. You're not worried about, oh, what I gotta do tomorrow, what I gotta do today. You're quiet and you're receiving the messages. So because in essence the throat chakra and throat chakra stones deal with being present or being in the now, in which I was new to that information. I recently came across that information when I made it to Cali. Like I never knew that when I was in Baton Rouge, that throat chakra crystals vibrate in a manner that helps you to stay in the moment, helps you to stay, presently now, And again, that's what I just called the download. Like that's what made me get these two crystals. Not only were they new crystals to the place that I buy them from, but I've been wanting some petrified wood, because petrified wood allows for you to go with the flow at such a amazing rate. You got all these intuitive crystals. Matter of fact, even Sodalite stimulates the pineal gland and promotes intuition. But the petrified wood, it's a whole different type of intuition. This is intuition, but also with the vibe of surrender. So this allows for you to surrender to the moment, surrender to the now. Because basically, how I say, let me see how I got it written. I always gotta go back to accepting the present moment unconditionally. So just accepting the present moment unconditionally. And what accepts the present moment unconditionally better than the tree? You know what I'm saying? The tree is the best example of something accepting the moment unconditionally. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't hear much complaints from tree. I mean, every now and then I might hear him say a little something. A little bird peck at them too hard or something like that. They might say a little something, but for the most part, the trees is, they going with the flow. They not really tripping on the moment. You know what I'm saying? And again, just like how the palm tree energy, just the energy of the way the tree exists goes into dealing with, the petrified wood. And in essence, that vibration is amplified because, petrified wood in essence is wood, but that has a microcrystalline quartz that has grown through it. So basically it has quartz amplifying its energy as well. But you just see how it's about going with the flow, being unconditionally in the moment. When you're unconditioned in the moment, that's also lining up synchronicities. Synchronized situations coming to you much more easier, because you're not fighting to be in this position that you think, or that your thoughts think you should be doing or thinking. It's like it keeps you out of your thoughts and has you more in the moment, being guided by your higher self, the intuition, fully. And more so too on a full body intuitive vibe. Because we think about the pineal gland, or we think about the brain when we think about intuition, stuff like that. But now you got in essence a heart's intuition. You got the solar plexus, aka like in essence the gut feeling or the gut intuition. So you kind of got like intuitive intelligence,
in essence throughout the chakra system. You know, with the more main ones being the ones I spoke of, the heart and the you know, solar plexus / you know, gut area. You know, so it's not just intuition coming straight from the pineal. It's a full-bodied intuitive vibe. You know, the petrified wood definitely you know, great. Matter of fact, is also good, which I did a video on petrified wood again, but it's, you know, going to have a little bit of redundancy in this video. But the petrified wood is great for people who live in the city, people who live in the concrete jungle, the New Yorkers, you know, the New York people, you know, anybody who just live in that concrete jungle where you barely even have a you know, a little park with some trees in it. You know, you definitely want to get you a piece of petrified wood. That's definitely gonna keep that you know, keep that strong earthy connection. You know, matter of fact, petrified wood and moss agate is definitely, that's a great combination too. Because matter of fact, petrified wood also connects you to the Devic kingdom, but more so along the lines with the connection to the trees, obviously. So, you know, so you're definitely gonna have a strong connection with the Devic kingdom and with trees in general. Like, you know, might find yourself wanting to hug a tree dealing with petrified wood. But again, it's one of the best crystals for going with the flow and staying in the moment. You know, again, you know, the throat chakra, the first place in essence where things get, you know, really, again, the heart chakra is, you know, tapping into that etheric realm and communicating with higher self. But that throat chakra also, you know, is like that next level. So, you know, dealing with the moment, being now. You know, when you in communication with your higher self, you're able to be in the moment. You know, because think about being in the moment. In most cases, indirectly amplifies or indirectly means, I don't know if I use that word right, but you know, being in the moment indirectly means that you're in alignment with your higher self. Because if you wasn't in alignment with your higher self, you would be in alignment with your egoic mind, and your egoic mind is not trying to be satisfied with the moment. Your egoic mind is trying to think about what happened yesterday. The egoic mind is trying to think about the lady at the McDonald's window, or matter of fact, you shouldn't be going to McDonald's, matter of fact. But you know, the egoic mind is focused on the past or going way ahead in the future. It's not now, but when you connect it to higher self, you know, spirit guides, you know, ancestors, that etheric realm, you know, throat chakra, when you feel that connection in that throat chakra, you're able to be more present, you know. And I got a few, because I don't know if I did a video on Sodalite, so just for a few little pointers, or should I say pointers, the characteristics of Sodalite. For one, Sodalite is one of the best crystals. This and Septarian. I did a video on Septarian, but this and Septarian is two great crystals. Matter of fact, in essence, Sodalite is like lapis without the pyrite specks. You know, trying to see somewhat of a resemblance. You know, that's basically all Sodalite is. And Sodalite name, you know, in essence, Sodalite, because of the sodium, you know, it has a high sodium, made out of sodium, you know, on a high level. But what was I speaking to? Oh, but the confidence with speaking your mind, like stepping into being your truthful self. Because matter of fact, right now it's all about, you know, being guided with the intuition, going with the flow, you know, of dealing with the higher self and not allowing for our you know, our thoughts and our egoic mind to stop us from becoming our greatest version. You know, matter of fact, you got this full moon in Pisces that's going to be dealing with that watery, you know, go with the flow energy. So that petrified wood will definitely help support that along with the Sodalite. And again, the Sodalite is good for expressing yourself in a truthful manner, for expressing how you truly feel. Not like what you think everybody's going. So this is not going to help you to say what's going to make everybody feel good, you know. It's going to help you to say whatever is truthful, and it's going to help you to do it in a manner that's going to help everybody feel good the best they can, you know, but it's not going to have you, it's not to just people pleasing conversation. You want to speak the truth, truly expressing yourself, and you're going to truly express yourself with an extremely high level of confidence. This is for the public speakers, entertainers, open mics, rappers, karaoke, whatever, you know what I'm saying? The courage to speak in front of people. Sodalite is very strong in that area. And again, helping you to express yourself and stay true to yourself and express yourself in just in a true manner, standing up for your own beliefs, standing up for what you truly believe in. And of course, again, it's also good for confidence and self-expression in that manner. Stimulates the pineal gland. I already said that. So helping to really kind of like open up that pineal gland. Good for the envisions. As a matter of fact, with it stimulating the pineal gland is also good, this is one of those little rare, unique characteristics, because you don't find that, like, of course, when you're reading through crystal characteristics, almost all of them, like, protect you from negativity, raises your vibration, connects you to the higher realm, like almost all crystals, in essence, generally have that vibe to it, but then they got crystals with unique vibes, like, matter of fact, I forgot which crystal it was, where it helps with shadow limbs, like if a person like got an amputated leg and sometimes they'll catch the feeling of that leg being there, like it's a crystal that helps them deal with that. That's a unique energy, you know what I'm saying, to deal particularly with that. But like Sodalite deals with programming the subconscious. No coincidence that that's what we working on and been dealing with. But this helps to program the subconscious mind, and it aids with the study of symbolism. And I mean, indirectly, you can see like stimulating the pineal gland. When the pineal gland is stimulated, you're able to have stronger visualizations and visualize more vividly. If you're being able to visualize more vividly, you're being able to visualize certain symbols and things that could create some little alchemical transformations within the subconscious. Because again, that's what alchemy is about. One of the many things alchemy is about. Transforming the way the subconscious operates, the way you view certain symbols, but this helps. So like if you're studying, symbols and gematria, things of this nature, dealing with, or you just, working on programming your subconscious mind, Sodalite is the crystal for you. And then on some human level stuff, Sodalite helps with the efficiency to take care of tasks in the day, and in essence, I could say that would account to the balance of intuition, because again, it stimulates the pineal, but it also balances the energies out, throughout the fullness of the being, because it also deals with the solar plexus area. So again, that intuition from that, that gut feeling or that gut area, of intuitive insight, the fullness of it. But that in two crystals for being in the moment, being in the now, like, and keeping your thoughts away, like this. One of the main things that it will help with, like, keeping you from being indecisive in following your intuition. Like if I just had to summarize in one statement or just one general thing, it will help you to follow your intuition without being indecisive, or at least not overly indecisive. It's definitely going to cut down at it. So if you are overly indecisive when it comes to following your intuition or your logic, like, if you deal with that battle a lot, like this is going to bring that. This is going to visibly make a change. You're going to see change from working with these two crystals. Petrified wood and Sodalite for being in the moment. And again, those chakras, connecting with higher self. When you connect with higher self, you're able to be present in the moment, because you're not thinking about, oh, I got to do this, or what happened yesterday, and oh, I I gotta make this happen. Like, no, you just present in the moment because you connected. You know, your higher self know that everything, all the thoughts you putting out there is manifesting. Every second, your higher self is bringing down. See, that's what a balance of knowing, like, where you don't have to overwork. You know, like, of course it takes physical action and physical work. You know, but for the most part, like, your higher self source is working on everything that we've been desiring ever since a little kid is in our vortex and being worked on. We just gotta stay out of our own way with our thoughts. You know, we gotta keep that egoic mind out of the way from, you know, blocking the blessings in essence. You know, but that's basically it. Petrified wood and Sodalite. Especially again, that petrified wood definitely allows for a strong connection to stand in the moment, stand in the now. Matter of fact, I got another little piece too. This one has a lot of quartz in it, so you can kind of see. Have a lot of little clear quartz. Again, my little camera not too hot, but again, good for staying in the moment. Matter of fact, if you find it got like this reddish, black and orange type of petrified wood. That's some wood from Arizona. That's some good petrified wood as well. But yeah, definitely great for staying in the moment. Being not all in the thoughts, not all in the past, thinking about all the stuff that happened yesterday, day before yesterday, or when you was a little kid. Not trying to overly plan, like be all in the future and be all anxious about what's to come, but just taking care of the moment, being present in the now. Whenever you find yourself not satisfied with what's going on in the moment, then, you know, raise your awareness to that fact of, like, all right, you know, or like if you find yourself in your thoughts, if you find yourself planning too much in the future, or playing too much in your past energies, you know what I'm saying, like what you did in the past, then, you know, come that realization, like, oh wait, hold on, there's something about my now that I don't like. And it's more so to recognize too in this moment, like, where am I in this moment, you know, because if I'm not liking my now, then let me look around where I'm at, because I'm obviously not liking where I'm at now. So if I don't like where I'm at now, let me start working to change where I'm at right now, you know what I'm saying? Accept the moment unconditionally, you know what I'm saying? Because the reason why you have no choice, you know, the moment is the moment. Like, I have no choice but to accept that I'm in the front of the camera speaking right now. I'm already in that moment, you know what I'm saying? So I have to accept it. You know, so when we talk about accepting, it's like the actual moment you in, you know, when you think about it, you have no choice but to accept it, you know. Like the moment my dad transitioned, you know, all I could do was accept it. You know, me crying wasn't gonna bring him back, nor is it meant to bring him back, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of those things changed nothing. So only thing that did change things for the better though was accepting that, hey, everybody transitioned, and it was the time for my father to transition. I accept this moment. I will continuously grow, and, you know, from here on out. Because I told my mama, you know, if crying and being negative and sad could bring back, you know, the loved ones, or create a strong connection where you could talk to them like that, then by all means be as sad and, you know, and negative and, you know, and down in the dumps, you know, be that as much as possible if that really creates a stronger connection, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm real practical about that. Like, whatever works, you know, if it works, then it should be used, you know. But the fact that we see that crying and being stressed out and being depressed over somebody, you know, transitioning, that's reincarnating and is gonna come back, you know, it just doesn't make sense, you know. Just don't. But I digress. Peace. Happy now. Now is a vibrator course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now.